August 1987, a milestone for Jay Leno. He's named permanent guest host of The Tonight Show.
Do you believe all the trouble they're having over there in the Soviet Union? Yeah.
Subbing whenever Johnny Carson takes a break.
In fact, the Soviet Communist Party even has a new slogan. We've fallen and we can't get up. Yeah.
He's ready to take over if Carson retires, but so is another guy.
Would you welcome Mr. David Letterman?
Letterman's got his own show following Carson on NBC.
Oh, man, what a program.
Then, in 1991, comes the inevitable announcement. The king of late night will advocate his throne.
It's coming to an end, next year. I've always wanted to be a shepherd.
Carson's bombshell,
Johnny Carson has finally made it official,
sets off immediate speculation on his successor. Will it be Letterman or Leno?
Jay is sensational, and Jay is our permanent guest host, but we have not made that announcement yet as to who the successor to Johnny will be.
Secretly, the decision's already been made.
Really quietly, and with nobody in the business knowing it, they had a meeting, an absolutely private meeting with the NBC hierarchy and Jay and his manager, and they guaranteed him the show. And it was a huge blow up.
Just how pissed off are you?
Not angry at Jay Leno about this? Now, would I like to have the show? Oh, sure, yeah.
NBC also calculated that Dave was very, very hard to work with.
We have no guests on this show, do we? We have just jerky activity, don't we?
And he didn't play ball with them. And Jay was very accommodating. So they felt more comfortable with Jay.
Jay Leno!
And Jay got the show.
His Tonight Show debuts May 25th of 1992, the middle of a presidential election campaign.
I mean, all we know for sure is that Ross Perot hasn't said anything, Bush hasn't done anything, and Clinton hasn't inhaled anything. That's all we know.
Despite A-list guests, execution in the early days is an issue.
Yes, I mean, it was bumpy. He had the absolutely unlovely task of following in Johnny Carson's footsteps.
I bid you a very heartfelt good night.
There's just no way that it was going to be, oh, and then we just moved smoothly to Jay Leno.
Big gun.
I'll give you a refund on your ticket.
I thought he was off his game a little. I thought he wasn't as confident. One of the things was he was too far from the audience. It felt like he was, separated completely from the people.
I never liked that distance of standing there with the lights in your eyes and hearing laughs and not seeing the faces.
With The Tonight Show struggling creatively, NBC toys with replacing Leno with Letterman. But in the end decides...
The host of The Tonight Show will continue to be Mr. Jay Leno.
What we're celebrating is I haven't been fired. Okay, you understand that? I already have the job.
Letterman bolts to CBS.
As I leave NBC,
setting up head-to-head competition against Jay.
but it'll be a much better show.
Leno tells journalists he's cool with it.
I think it'll make late night interesting. Come on, this is fun for you guys, isn't it?
If you think about it, all I really did was take the summer off.
Dave comes on and it's a sensation, an absolute sensation, and he crushes Jay, crushes him.
Critics gush over Letterman too.
Now listen to this.
But fans are responding to Jay, including his signature headlines bit.
It was always a high-rated segment of the show, and Jay had a great time with it.
He has a great time with another popular segment, jaywalking.
We thought, okay, this is something that we could do. Go out and test people's knowledge of things that are in the news, things that they should know, but maybe don't.
Who are those two people? Huh?
From the Love Boat?
From the Love Boat?
Yeah.
No.
Then, in the mid-90s, a pivotal moment in Jay's battle for ratings supremacy.
One of the showcase moments for Jay Leno.
Let me start with question number one.
When Hugh Grant came on in 1995. So Hugh Grant had been busted for solicitation.
Everybody was watching. They were, anxious about what was going to happen.
What the hell were you thinking?
And he delivered that night, and I think it disarmed everybody, and it felt like,
oh, we can be relaxed with this guy talking to a person who got busted with a prostitute, and we feel relaxed with Jay asking the questions.
Although I've never been one to, blow my own trumpet, as they say, I think this is...
That Hugh Grant booking really did start to turn
There's no
the
doubt
tide.
that, everybody said, oh, Jay's good, so it was a very crucial thing for him. Not just that he had Hugh Grant, but that he paid it off. He had a monstrous audience that night, Jay.
That night, Leno seizes #1 and pretty much never looks back. As the years go by, memorable moments keep on coming. One with the future governor.
And this is why he needs to be recalled.
It rocked everybody, including, I think, Leno.
And this is why I'm going to run for governor of the state of...
It was just like one of those really great live TV moments that, don't happen all that often.
Welcomes the President of the United States, Barack Obama.
No sitting president had ever come on a late night show.
Were there nerves? Was Jay nervous?
Everybody was nervous.
Yeah.
Everybody. Everything was shut down. It was a huge, huge deal.
Let me just say, I think Kevin looks good in the suit.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Secure on top, Leno doesn't rest on his laurels. Everyone I've talked to about him says nobody outworks Jay Leno.
No, not at all. And I've seen that. I mean, and he loves the work.
But in 2004, NBC makes an unusual decision.
I want to elaborate on an announcement made earlier today
to promise Conan O'Brien The Tonight Show in 2009.
And they have to say, okay, Jay, so we're going to extend you for 5 more years, but that's going to be it. Then we're going to give the show to Conan. And Jay was hurt.
Hurt.
I'm cleaning out my office today.
Or ever the team player, Leno goes along.
But I realize I'm not spending enough time with my cars. No. But anyway, when I took this show over, boy, there was a lot of animosity between me and Dave and who's going to get it. And quite frankly, a lot of what I thought, good friendships were permanently damaged. And I don't want to see anybody ever have to go through that again. Good luck next week, my friend.
Coming up, 5 years are up. But in the handoff, a fumble.